being Dave Ho, who is a fellow Soul player. So he's much better than I am. It's fun. But he never goes into Dragon Install. That's a little disappointing.
Everyone wants to see Dragon Install. It's the hypest.
That's why I play Soul, is so I can be really stupid and do Dragon Install. But now it's time.
Grand finals, everyone.
For Doctor versus Guitar Witch.
And definitely off to a decent start. He's
no blocking that overheld very well, but ooh, tricky situation there from Jamal.
The YRC helped a lot, but he's out of the corner.
That's two really weird 6P whiffs in a row for Faust, but he's still hanging in this round pretty heavily.
Well, Faust's 6P is so weird. It's got this weird, like the hitboxes are in weird areas.
Yep, okay, well this is Noah's big chance. He's going to get a knockdown here.
Oh, there's that.
Very delayed overhead that totally worked out. Ooh.
He was definitely waiting for that.
Yeah.
I think he was waiting for that burst.
Really rough burst there. That's probably going to haunt him a little bit this match, especially if he can't win this round.
Especially. I mean, Jamal's got to pretty much win 6 now. He's got a long road ahead of him if he wants to take this.
Yep, it's very difficult to defeat Noah. That's my opinion. He's done pretty well out of state. He's made it out of pools several times, I think, now.
He has, actually. He has. So he's done a lot better. And
still working his way up to perhaps top 8s, but I'm very impressed with his progression this year.
That was a really solid, though, teleport.
Yep.
So now we're tied up 1-1 on this round.
And Jamal getting straight in there this time.
I think he wants to be more aggressive against Eno.
I think so too. And it's really paying off when he can get it going.
It's just a matter of, like, Noah is opening them up in proper places. And
Eno's defense outside of the supers is not very strong. Yeah. And it's very easy to capitalize on a lot of things against her.
I was waiting for I didn't know. Oh, there's the dust.
Another dust.
Very nice dust.
Jamal getting a lot of mileage out of that today.
He is.
Noah's delayed jump D.
Yep. And Noah takes that round. I think he was pretty much doing trying to dead angle and 6P, and it was just whiffing. So I think Jamal was just like, well, I'm just gonna dust. Just dust.
Yeah. Well, Noah still takes the game, which happens. Jamal clearly in thought here.
Yeah, he's got to calm himself. He's definitely calm his nerves. This is a very rough match. Still being aggressive, like I said. He's really wanting to get in Noah's face.
Yep, we can see it again there. That land overhead it's shockingly difficult to block. It doesn't look like a very fast move. It looks like you can react very early, but very in time, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's never that easy to block.
No, it's not. It's really interesting. It's really weird.
Jamal Roman canceling the 6P, even though it was on block. I think that he probably didn't have anything to cancel it into, though. It was too close to do item.
Yeah, it was too close, so if he tried to do item, he'd probably get punished for it.
I mean, it's always... Nothing's for certain with items. You might get an item that actually blows up the punish, but it's not very likely in that scenario.
Tried for the low blitz and got called on that.
I don't think this is an easy match for Faust. Is another reason to go aggressive, and
well, it's really hard because as you said, Eno's defensive options aren't very good. So you want to that
was really good use of the explosion there. Although I don't know why Noah decided to dive in that scenario. It's just a Noah thing sometimes.
It's a meme for a reason.
Yeah. He says he doesn't do it anymore, but I think we've seen by now that
he's done it quite a bit in this match alone.
Yeah, not to mention against Matt. And I saw it a ton when he was playing earlier in the rounds, too.
Nice.
All right, good pickup. Jamal just needs one more okay hit. Nothing too fancy. That black hole was very good for him because it totally messed up Noah's spacing.
Yes, it did. It messed it all up for him. This is going to be very tight.
Yeah, this is a good round. I'm excited.
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if any of them are gonna get their burst back.
Jamal's struggling to land those unblockables / command grabs, whatever you want to call them, so far in these finals.
Oh, catches him with the drill there.
Noah getting the bag to explode on Faust. So the bag is actually a really interesting move. It falls down and kind of explodes whenever it touches anything, whether that's a character or the ground. So if you jump up high enough and touch the bag before he's finished recovering, it actually explodes on Faust. And if you block it, then you kind of get to hit him for it.
Yeah.
And if you don't block it, then you kind of both trade, and it's not great for either player, but it's okay.
Oh.
Really nice pickup there.
Very nice.
And Jamal holding onto his burst, not that he needs it for the rest of the round, but I think it's a good sign that he really started to get in his groove for this matchup.
Yeah, he was definitely feeling very confident on that, so I think that's why he held on to it. So he knew that he needed something to just hold on to the momentum. But now he's back in the corner. Burst out. He's already down really low. This is already not very good for him.
Well, of course, in Guilty Gear, low life is sort of not what it looks like. That is to say, you take much less damage, although in the case of like Milia, for example, it's not that much less.
Right.
But the lower you get, essentially the less damage you take. And there's a lot of difficult to master factors because of that. So like when you see a combo and somebody gets hit and they like lose half their life right away, that's not actually half their life. It's usually probably like more on the order of like 60%, not 60, but like 40% or less.
Yeah, like maybe a third technically, but it counts on the character.
Right. And I mean, like different things work when you're at low life. There's a lot of combos that just fill with lots of punches because everything scales down really low, but if you get enough hits in, then everything still does 1 damage at least.
Yep.
So it's a very tricky thing to keep track of and to use correctly. Jamal with a lot of really good blocks there, but still gets caught low.
Had to burst out on that.
Yeah, I think that was a good choice. Well, especially because he really has to take this round.
Yes, he does. He's got to take this round to stay in the game. Taking this
Otherwise, he's going to be down 2-1, which is rough when he's already in losers against Noah.
Yep.
But there it is. Noah's on the tournament game now.
Yep. We're on match point for Noah here, and looks like they're going to take their time for a moment here.
Yeah, Jamal is a very patient player, and he likes to give himself a moment to think about what happens.
And that, I think, is a good habit to get into. Too many people want to rush into the next round, and sometimes you need to just stop, take a deep breath, and collect yourself.
And I think Noah can also be very impulsive, but we can see him right here really pondering himself, too.
Yes, they both need to, stop.
Calm down. It was very intense. Noah bursting right away. I like that.
He had to burst on that one because that was not in his favor at all.
Yeah,
really bad.
The black hole situation is generally very bad for the player who is not Faust. Faust players know the black hole combos, and I've almost never seen non-Faust players do them. And that's assuming they get a hit, which is very difficult because they're the ones whose spacing tends to get messed up. But Jamal's still kind of struggling to find his footing in this round.
Yeah, no, he's getting pushed a lot into the corner. He's got to eat a lot of these DCLs, HCLs. Just there's a throw into note. That'll do it.
Yeah, the escaping the throws from Ina can be very difficult. Her dash is not like other dashes in fighting games. Well, there's a couple of characters that have similar dashes, like Morgan in Darkstalkers and Marvel. But she gets to kind of hover into the air while she's dashing, which has some interesting consequences in this game, which we won't see any more of probably, because it looks like Jamal's about to just...
He is It's not in a good position.
This is a very difficult comeback, but not undoable.
Oh no.
All right,
oh,
well,
no.
very quick
There
final
we
game.
go.
So
That is
that is
Guilty Gear.
Revelator.
That is Revelator.
That's what happens sometimes, you know, like